In just a few weeks, top distance runners from around the world will assemble for the Boston Marathon. To even run the race, you have to be fast. You actually have to run another marathon to qualify. Get this, for a 30-year-old man to qualify, you have to run 26 miles at a 6-minute and 50-second pace. That's really fast. Well, a Crystal man is training for the race. He'll be working hard, but as you're about to see, he's not just pushing himself. Jeff Burkle has a need for speed.
Vroom, vroom.
He got hooked on running in his late 30s.
I got fast enough, I was placing in my age group. And then you get fast enough where you actually like to run.
How would you describe the runners?
Well, I would say you feel like you can go forever.
So he basically decided to do just that.
I became obsessed with running a marathon under 3 hours and qualifying for Boston, which I did. And to do that, you have to run 6:42.
His passion was contagious. His son started running competitively too. Grandma's in Duluth was Mike's first marathon.
I think after doing that first race, I got kind of addicted to it. You get done with the race and you're like, man, I just did something really stupid. Why the heck did I run 26 miles? And then a couple weeks later, your legs don't hurt anymore. You're like, that was really cool.
I could do that again.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of how it went for me. And so I've done 6 now.
They even ran the grueling length of the Grand Canyon together. The next group goal, to run the pinnacle of marathons.
We wanted to always do a Boston Marathon, I think, with Dad.
But they suddenly got stopped in their tracks.
I was running home from the gym after doing a weight workout. And I tripped and I fell on the sidewalk in my neighborhood running home. And I thought, oh, what did I trip over? And I turned around and looked, there's nothing. And so I thought, well, that's odd.
Turns out Jeff has ALS.
That was my first symptom, and I never ran right after that.
ALS slowly causes the loss of muscle control. He was told 20% of people survive 3 years.
You realize then your life's gonna change. And of course we had lots of tears, about 3 days, you just bust out crying. And I am a positive person and I made a decision. You have to cry, you can't hold it in. It's not healthy, but I don't want to get stuck in this mode. I'm not gonna sweat the little stuff, and I wanna have as much quality time as I can in the remaining days.
So he started traveling the world and taking family trips. He leaned into life and in a new way continued to keep pace. ALS probably feels like a marathon sometimes.
It's kind of like running a marathon every day because it's getting harder. The more it progresses, the more effort it takes to do just the normal things. Marathon running has given me the fortitude to power through it, and I think that's why, a year and 2 months after my diagnosis, I can still walk with a cane by myself. It's not easy, but, I'm going to do it as long as I absolutely can.
That's not all he's doing. Mike's brother had an idea.
He's like, what if we got Dad qualified as a handicap athlete into the Boston Marathon?
They mean the world to me, and the fact that they wanted to do something like that, you can't hardly describe what it means. It's like the ultimate gift.
This was our, the closest bet we could get to spend time together as a family, do the race together. Running's been such a big part of our life that it's like, I don't want to give that up. I want, and I don't think Dad wants to give that up either.
Not a chance. The family will run together.
Here's what I'll tell you. It's harder than I initially thought it was going to be, when me and Matt talked about it, but I'm happy to do it.
For 26.1 miles, Mike will push the man who has always pushed him.
Okay, here we go. Turn commence. Pop the wheelie. Trying to show people, maybe people that have ALS, hey, you can still live a good life. Make the best of it.
Because the race is not over.
Making some memories.
Well, we are so happy right now to have Mike live in the studio with us. I know that was really emotional, so thank you for being here with us. And then Jen Jelly with the ALS Association. We're going to talk to you in a moment, but your dad is in Illinois where he lives. You live here in the Twin Cities. Just seeing this and seeing his strength play out, what kind of emotions are going through you?
Yeah, it's always fun to kind of tell our story. We know we've been a couple of different places in doing that, but it's sad, but we like to say that it's sad, but it's opened us up to new opportunities, right? Like we're able to do new things as a family together that we would never have considered doing before, and it's kind of brought us closer.
Yeah, I really liked talking to you and your dad about how you're literally seizing life right now.
Yeah, we didn't want to take this, and have it slow down our lives at all. We've always been a really active family. We've been obviously involved in running for most of our lives, and we're not going to let this thing take anything away from us. We're going to seize, life by the reins and kind of run with it.
Yeah, it's very much to me, we talk about yes and moments, and you're saying, yes, this is a diagnosis, and we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
And your dad, that's just his personality, right?
Yeah. My dad's always been a very outgoing person. He loves to talk and meet new people, and there's nothing that's going to slow him down. This has not slowed him down at all.
I can tell. And Jen, you guys wanted to get this story out with the ALS Foundation. What do you think it says about ALS warriors?
Well, I think the ALS community is one of the most resilient communities that there ever was. And, our mission at the ALS Association is to make ALS a livable disease and cure it. And I see, what Mike and Jeff are doing. I mean, they're just living with it. And, the association is trying to help people provide those opportunities to do the things that they still want to do, to feel fulfilled, to be engaged in the community. And that's exactly what they're doing. And the hope that brings to other people living with ALS,
it's huge.
It's pretty remarkable.
And you guys have partnered up because you're now fundraising. You guys are now speaking on behalf of the association. And one little thing I want to mention real quick that got me so much about this community is that your body can change so fast that insurance can't keep up with the new canes you need, the walker, the wheelchair. And you guys help support people with that. You have a whole room full of this equipment.
Yeah. Our care services staff is there really to help people navigate throughout their entire journey with what they need. And you're right, we have equipment we can provide when they need it.
Yeah.
Help them anticipate what they might need next so they're not left without something. Our role is really to help them connect them to all the resources that are available to them.
Well, I know you are fundraising and helping support this wonderful group here. Okay, the race is just a few weeks away. A couple of big runs left.
Yeah, 2 more big runs left in 18 miles and 20 miles.
You can do it. I mean, you did it. And you told me your arms, though, really get a workout with pushing.
Yeah,
right?
I've been a runner my whole life. I haven't been a weightlifter. And so when you have to push this chair and hold your arms up the whole time, it's a struggle.
I can imagine. Yes. Okay, well, you've got a fundraising show. People can follow your journey and support your page. We're showing it right there. Run for a Cause, supporting the ALS Association. You guys can follow them. You can help them raise money as they continue to keep going, keep running. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you both for what you do.